Hey everybody, it's another glorious Wednesday here in rainy Seattle, and we have lots of stuff for you. There's Batman this week, there's Spider-Man, there's lots of Marvel now.
All of the Marvel now.
All of the Marvel now. We will start with the Marvel now, because it is now!
And we will start the Marvel now with the all-new X-Men, which is also now, as well as then! We've got some past mutants and some future mutants, and some amazing art by Stuart Immonen, seriously at the top of his game right here. His superhero stuff has never looked as solid as this. I'm very excited for this myself because it's continuing Cyclops' story from AVX Consequences, which saw him become sort of, pretty much fulfilling his Magneto role that he's been growing into steadily for the past, like, 5 years or so. So, I don't know, some character development to a character has stayed pretty much the same since his inception. Some pretty cool stuff going on there.
And it's even by Bendis.
And it's even by Bendis.
So to start off this week, we've got Scene of the Crime, which is the first collaboration between Sean Phillips and Ed Brubaker, who at this point have done Criminal and Incognito and various other many awesome crime things, Sleeper. But this is released in deluxe hardcover. It's been out of print for about 10 years, and it's got lots of good extras, you know, gorgeous painted huge cover by Sean Phillips. I mean, if you like anything that they've been doing, this is just as good and is a great addition to their library.
It's more of the same in the best possible way.
Exactly. More of the same that you don't complain about.
Also from Marvel Now this week, which is a pattern you may be noticing over the course of this video, we've got X-Men Legacy #1, following the story of Legion, the recently dead Professor X's son. It's written by Simon Spurrier, who wrote the X-Club miniseries that came out recently,
that was cool.
Which is some really cool stuff. The X-Club are always fun. This is him following up on this sort of wonkier side of the X-Men. Like, the X-Club was dealing with the Science Squad, and this is with Legion, who's kind of completely and utterly insane and has an infinite number of alternate personalities.
And a giant mohawk.
And a giant... it's not so much a mohawk as it is just a giant pillar of hair.
Is that his mutant power?
One of his many. He has a different one for each personality. The most dominant one has the power of infinite hair gel.
Hell yeah.
Art by Tan-Ang Huat, who is really, really cool. He's doing some crazy stuff here that honestly you won't see much else in superhero comics.
It's a unique style.
It reminds me a bit of Wan Do, actually.
Yeah, without the super color overlays and stuff. Yeah,
without the filters.
Yeah, without the filters. Saga, it's back. You know it's good. You've heard about it, I'm sure. Brian K. Vaughan is good at hyping his comics. Read it.
Marvel Now, Part 3, Thor, God of Thunder. This is dealing with Gore the God Butcher, who is an adversary who will have to be fought by Thor in 3 different timelines. First, the young Thor, which is, of course, young Thor, back in the Viking days. Current Thor, Thor with the Avengers. As well as Old King Thor, the one-armed king of Asgard.
Hell yeah.
Jason Aaron, who's been basically just straight up killing it on Wolverine and the X-Men lately, as well as his Incredible Hulk run, and of course Scalped, which recently came to an end.
Which also comes out this week, last trade, Scalped.
Cross-promotion. Drawn by Asad Ribic, who was the alternating artist as well as cover artist for most of the recent Uncanny X-Force run by Rick Remender, who is an amazing painter and penciler. Unfortunately, the interiors aren't painted, but they are colored by Dean White, who is one of the best colorists currently at Marvel. Hands down.
Hands down. Another quick one. Punk Rock Jesus, we've talked about it a lot. It's finally out. It's glorious. It's black and white. There's lots of ink splatters. This is super cool. This is very, very cool. And also, as well, we have Torpedo, which is amazing, amazing crime, 1930s gangster stuff from Alex Toth and Jordi Bernay. This is been out of print as soon as it came out in the hardcover versions. It's only $18 and it's oversized in the original European format. This is absolutely some of the most jaw-droppingly gorgeous black and white interior art that I've ever seen, and it's just gritty and nasty and goes very well with the Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips stuff, which they clearly pulled, influence from this, but highly, highly recommended.
Alex Toth. More Alex Toth is always good.
Yes, more Alex Toth is always
Don't have enough of that in my life. And Matt Fraction finally takes the reins on Fantastic Four #1 this week. It's got art by Mark Bagley, who's pulling a bit of an Alan Davis here. We've got crazy cosmic promise out of this series. I think they're going to take... the premise so far is that the Fantastic Four are taking a year-long field trip through space, time, just about every dimension you can think of, and all the ones you can't. And it's all taking place over the course of 4 minutes. In the real world. Great, big ideas right there from Fantastic Four. Matt Fraction killing it.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to come off the Jonathan Hickman run, though.
I think he can do it.
I think he can do it, too. Speaking of alternate realities, this man, Brendan McCarthy, does comics that are beamed from another dimension. This is The Saucer of Zilk, which is great Silver Age psychedelia that's very Ditko-influenced, and just very insane and truly, truly out of this world. This is one of those things that you don't even need drugs for. The drugs come with it. It is very amazing. This will take you on a serious trip.
And the hardcover collected edition of Spider-Man, the first ever crossover between the main Marvel Universe and the Ultimate Universe, featuring both Spider-Man Peter Parker and Spider-Man Miles Morales. Drawn by, of course, Sarah Pichelli, who is another really, really wonderful new talent over at Marvel, and written by Brian Michael Bendis, who has written, you know, the entirety of Ultimate Spider-Man for the past, like, 10 years. Yeah. Built-in merit right there.
Very cool. And there's lots of crimey stuff this week. The second part of Who is Jake Ellis? This is Where is Jake Ellis? Is out. This is the second miniseries from Nathan Edmondson and Tonji Zonjic, which I probably mispronounced his name, but he does amazing art. He does his own colors that are really moody and work really well, and we have also the first collection to it, and basically the idea is that there's a mercenary spy who has an asset that no one else can see, and his name is Jake Ellis. And as he starts to get chased, he's trying to figure out who Jake Ellis really is and whether he knows who he is exactly, even though we thought he did. But yes, this is very fun and definitely highly recommended. The guy also does Nathan Edmondson also writes Activity, which is a good military kind of crime book. So yeah, this is lots of fun. Where's Jake Ellis?
Alright, and this week from DC, we've got the next chapters of Death of the Family. Scott Snyder's huge Batman arc following up the Court of Owls. We've got a reprint of Batman #13, the very, very, very quick-selling first chapter of the storyline. Catwoman #13. And is this is a new one this week, right?
No, it's a reprint.
Okay, this is a reprint of the most recent issue of Catwoman, with a beautiful Andy Clark cover going on there. Die-cut Suicide Squad #14.
The Joker. Ooh. Harley Quinn.
Ooh.
It's die-cut. You should buy 2.
Obviously. Batgirl #13, also a reprint this week. And the crown jewel of them all, Batman #14, featuring Joker's back.
Exactly. And my big pick of the week. This is Prison Pit. It's gloriously stupid. It's violent. There's defecation and decapitation and destruction, all drawn by like a 5th grader with very, very, very bad emotional problems. This is one of those comics that you read it and you go, wow, I'm screwed up because I really enjoyed that. But it's okay. The reason that he's got 4 volumes of it is because there are other screwed up people like you. So don't feel bad. Enjoy that you like utter giant violence and weird globby creatures and more swears and, you know, poop and fart and dick jokes than you can stick into 50 pages like a Jay and Silent Bob comic. This is excellent and amazing. And again, don't be ashamed.
Just about the closest thing we're gonna get to Super Jail comic.
Yeah. This is great. Seriously great. And also this week, the new Lock and Key starts, which is amazing horror stuff from Joe Hill, who is Stephen King's kid. But yeah, that took a while, and now it's finally here, which is awesome. So yeah, lots and lots of stuff. It's the end of the month, so... Or no, it's not. It's the middle of the month. Wow. You'd think that Christmas is coming up or something. They need to stock the shelves. Cool. Well, thank you, Morgan.
Thanks, Casey.
And have a good night. See ya.